Virgin Orbit, Sir Richard Branson's small satellite launch startup, is planning to make its second launch attempt this Sunday, carrying a payload for its first customer, NASA, in what Orbit hopes will be a long-lasting and profitable relationship in the years ahead. Launching its LauncherOne rocket off the back of an 747 aircraft over the California desert, Orbit will carry 10 of NASA's CubeSat missions on board, including those needed for planetary exploration, Earth science and heliophysics. A spokesperson for Virgin told Forbes that NASA is an incredibly important partner for Virgin Orbit, and reiterated NASA's own sentiment that small satellites will have a role to play in almost everything the U.S. space agency does in the future. However, the deepening relationship between Virgin and NASA comes with increased risk. Branson, by his own admission, has now spent over $1 billion on Orbit, and critics and competitors have been keen to point out that others have reached low Earth orbit for a much smaller sum. Peter Beck from rival small satellite launch startup Rocket Lab didn't hold back in September, questioning the amount of capital that's been poured into Virgin Orbit for very little result, telling Forbes, "I just do not understand how that business model closes, because the size of the staff, the revenue they can get off their launch vehicle. It just doesn't make sense." Virgin Orbit, however, feels they're building a business to meet the needs of the customers they feel they already have, claiming to be sitting on a pipeline of orders from global, government and commercial customers. Virgin Orbit counts the UK's Royal Air Force RAF as a future customer, and as a current partner on the RAF's Team Artemis space ambitions, plus projects with the US national security community, namely the US Air Force and US Space Force, and private companies like SITAEL, a privately owned space firm from Italy. Orbit claims to have already secured hundreds of millions of dollars in customer contracts and sold out its manifest for 2021, except for a few rideshare slots for those who might need a last-minute ticket. Booking for 2022 is selling out fast, they claim. The fact remains, though, that failure is expensive. Repeated failure can be ruinous, and Virgin Orbit, like Branson's spaceflight company Virgin Galactic, is selling seats on a ride that doesn't yet work. Branson launched Galactic way back in September 2004 at the Royal Aeronautical Society in London. Many promises and predictions have yet to be fulfilled in the 16 years since. Most recently, Galactic was forced to abort a powered test flight of its spaceplane in December, after the failure of an onboard computer halted ignition, sending shares falling by 17%. Elon Musk, now the world's richest person at time of press, has often spoken about how close his SpaceX came to giving up before finally getting to orbit in September 2008, on the fourth attempt.